What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Back again, story time. Yeah. Listen, y'all hit that like button for me, man. Cool. Comments, y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. Hit the subscribe. That's the most important one to me, man. We on the road to 100K. Y'all kick in, man. Like the song say, what do you say? I got 5 on it. Fools kick in like you know me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big y'all kick in like you know me, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. But anyway, now we can pass that. Let's move on. Y'all see that tattoo right there? Y'all see that tattoo? What it say? It say 12. Let's see. That say 12, 13, 05. It's at the top of a dragon. It's at the head of a dragon that's busting out my arm. Y'all see it? Can y'all see the? Stop sweating that back arm. Yeah, I know it's cut up. Stop sweating the back arm. I'm trying to show y'all the dragon. That's the. Let me see. Do I gotta stand up? Well, anyway, anyway. 12, 13, 05. That is the day that the California penal system executed the big homie, Big Tookie. That's the day they executed the big homie, Big Tookie. Now, I don't know, it's on me. It's on me and in me. But anyway, that day will always live in infamy. Like President Roosevelt said when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. This is a day that will always live in infamy. It lived too. But that day too for the Crip gang. Of course, at the time, on that day right there when that took place, I was locked up in Alabama, in the Alabama prison system. Now, of course, as y'all already know, Crips are worldwide. They in almost every state. They in like, if you got 50 states, we in 48 states in the United States, or either all 50. We in several different countries around the world. So the Crip gang is very prolific, very abundant, deep. As far as just gang wise, just gang bangers, I would say Crips got to be the biggest gang in the world, because of them being worldwide, and there's so many of us. But anyway, so look, everybody knew that this day was coming. When it was coming, not really 100% sure, but we knew it was coming. The homie Took had been on death row for a long time. I wish he could have made it to what they got going on today, where they have released all the death row inmates to the prison population in California. Wish he'd have made it, but now they wasn't going to let him do it. He had too much power. Man. And, because they wasn't supposed to execute him. No, not after all the things that he did to straighten up his life. And it was never, you know what I'm saying, as far as I'm concerned, it was not 100% proven that he was the one guilty on that case. None of that. You feel what I'm saying? But it happened. Crips everywhere felt a certain type way about that, man. We felt a certain type way. What they did in the California prison system, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm in the Alabama prison system. But what took place in the Alabama prison system, that's what we about to speak on. That's what we gonna speak on, man. I had already been in the hole. I'd already been in lockup for about 6, 7, 8 months already, So when it was announced that this was the day that they were going to be doing the execution, they were going to be doing all this, it was like, dang, man, So, people knew ahead of time or whatever. So as each day passed and the time came closer and closer, it was like, man, what's up? So at the time, like I said, with me being back there in lockup, just so happened the unit I was in at that time, it was a lot of Crips. It was about 8 or 9 Crips. That was in our section. That was in our little bitty section, about 8 or 9. So, for 8 or 9 dudes from one certain group, That's a lot in lockup. You know, the way it's sectioned off. Ain't number 24 cells. So you got blacks, whites, all that coming in. So boom. So we had already been discussing it, like, man, So, they looked to me like, man, Big Tune, cuz, man, what's happening? What's happening? So I'm like, shoot, homie, man, I don't know. So, dudes want to know, what you think they gonna be doing back in Cali? What you think they gonna do? You think they gonna tear it up? So of course everybody was on some, they gonna tear it up, they gonna do this, they gonna do that, they gonna do this, they gonna do that. So I'm like, homie, they might not. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what all they gonna do. So boom. The question was posed to me. Well, dang, big homie, well, what we gonna do? And at the time the question was asked to me, I really didn't know. I don't know. So look here, man. Didn't know how to speak on it. Really didn't want to speak on it because mentally I was going through something about it, and emotionally I was going through a whole lot about it. You feel what I'm saying? Here it is. It's when you're a part of something. Now, people that are not a part of what I am, y'all not gonna understand it the way I understood it. Y'all not gonna feel it the way I felt it. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? For the little fake Crips that's running around, no matter where they may be running around at, they not gonna understand it or feel it the way people that was right there at ground zero with Big Took gonna feel it. So I really didn't want to discuss it. I really didn't want to go over it. It's like, man, ain't really nothing to do. So I wouldn't, hey. So time goes on, it's going on. Man, the day came. Man. All that day, dudes on the door talking. Like I say, we back there in lockup. I don't want to talk. I ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't want to talk. I ain't got spit to talk about. Because I'm knowing what this day is finna bring. Man. I'm sitting there, I'm flashing back to all the movies I've seen over the years where dudes was on death row. And, they bail got rung. It was their time. And, lawyers running around looking for last minute reprieves, family members crying, calling different people, DAs doing what they doing, judges doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a hectic scramble at that last minute, man, when they trying to get that stay of execution. They trying to get it, you know what I'm saying, figure out. Lawyers got their heads together and they trying to figure out what to do, what to say, what to file, what to go look up. What can we possibly do that's going to get this put off for a month, 2 months, 3 months? We got to try to stop this, man. And how many times that had happened with Big Took, I'm not sure. I don't even know if it had ever happened, But anyway, that's what's going through my mind. I was wondering, do he got lawyers that's doing that? Do he got people that's really, really, really fighting for him, So I'm quite sure he did. Matter of fact, afterwards we found it, But I'm contemplating, I'm looking at the fact of the clown we had in as governor at the time, the Schwarzenegger clown. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's a fool that knew Took. You feel what I'm saying? That had been around Big Took before. You know what I'm saying? With that that muscle type get down thing, It didn't play a role. It didn't matter. It didn't matter, he was the governor. He was a lackey and a flunky for the powers that be. When it was put on his desk in front of him, like, hey man, you gonna stay of execution, man. The man done wrote these books. The man done did this, did that. He done changed his life. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Can we mitigate it down to life without? And boom. But I knew that was not gonna work. Why? Big Tookie had too much power, y'all. He had too much power over the Crip gang. His word was gonna be law. Now, here it is. If they would have took him off death row and let him run around the system to where he could, communicate more and get at more people, they were scared of that. They were scared of that. If you go back to the movie Malcolm X, remember the movie Malcolm X? You remember when Malcolm X marched in front of the police station with all the Muslims because they wanted their boy up out of there? And them boys was, marching, standing, turning, And when it was time to go, what Malcolm do? You know, he gave them the, That's why, man, that's why I tell you all the time, Malcolm X is one of my heroes. People to look up to. Am I a Muslim? No. But his gangsterism ideologies that he had, oh man, we in Cali, man, we embrace that. That's what, in case y'all don't know, we in Cali, especially the old school dudes, we didn't pay no attention to Martin Luther King for real. Yeah, King did his thing and all that, but he was a little bit too passive for us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at, man, he led a whole bunch of brothers to a dog biting and an ASS whooping and getting water hosed down and getting bit up by them dogs. Malcolm wasn't with none of that, y'all. Malcolm was on some gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hit me, I'm gonna hit your back. I'm not turning no cheek, none of that. What Malcolm say? By any means necessary. And we embrace that in California, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have Martin Luther King. You know, no shade, y'all can have him. But for us, Malcolm X, homie. But anyway, I digress. Back to the story. So look, we know, I'm knowing in my mind, it wasn't gonna happen like that, man. They were scared to death of that man. They didn't want to let him out. They didn't want to give him a chance to be able to speak and talk. They was not sure. They didn't trust him. They did not know what he was gonna be speaking and talking to us about, because his word would have been law. If he say jumped, everybody would have jumped. Well, the majority would have jumped. If he say lay down, lay down. Roll over, roll over. You feel what I'm saying? Big Took had that power, man. Now, unbeknownst to a lot of y'all, they gonna always, when people that are not in the know, you know what I'm saying, that don't know a lot about this cripping, they gonna always say that he was a co-founder. That's a lie, y'all. Much respect to the big homie, but no, he wasn't a co-founder of the Crips. No, he was not. Crips was out probably almost a year or more before Tookie ever got a hold to it. You know what I'm saying? The big homie Raymond Washington on that east side, man, he invented that cripping, man, and he took it to the west side and gave it to Took. No, Took was not a co-founder of Crips, but he was a big homie. He had major influence on that west side, and he did orchestrate a lot of cripping on that west side. But as far as being a founder of it, no. But I do consider him the big homie, and I do consider him a legend with this cripping, you know. So look, I'm knowing it wasn't gonna happen, man. So time going on. You know, they talking about stuff on the radio, this, that, and the other. You know, I'm fingers crossed that something was gonna give. At the last second, it was gonna be like some movie type get down. At the last second, fool come running down the hallway, shaking the paper. Hold on. I got this from the governor. I got this from the judge. It didn't happen like that, y'all. It didn't happen like that. They wanted to make an example out the big homie. They wanted to try to show the rest of the young Crips around, not just around California, but around the country and around the world, that this Crip thing wasn't gonna be tolerated. This Crip thing wasn't gonna be this, wasn't gonna be that. They took all the heinous things that the Crips have done over the years, and they piled all that on Big Took's back like it was his fault. And it wasn't. It wasn't. But they made him the scapegoat. They made him pay for all the crimes that all the other Crips had did in Cali all them years since the 1960s. That's why they did that, y'all. So anyway, time moving on. When it happened, I ain't gonna lie, I went crazy. When they announced it, that it had happened, and this is before I even heard the part about how the homie arm was so big that they couldn't find a vein. So they stuck him a couple of times wrong And the big homie had to show him how to do it. You feel what I'm saying? That's some real South Central LA gangster type get down. You feel me? Come real. The homie had to show him, hey man, look right here. I ain't tripping. He knew his time was up. He went out like a real soldier and told him, man, y'all like basically, man, y'all ain't doing nothing to me, man. Handle y'all business. The CRIP will live. So anyway, I went crazy. I didn't think I was gonna trip. But I did, man. I told myself right then and there, oh man, yo, the police, y'all got to fight me. So I immediately went into my bag. And my bag is, mentally the stuff I do. Man, I got ready. Man, I got suited and booted, homie. I started doing all my stuff. I, pad myself with the blanket. You know what I'm saying? Making a weapon. And the only weapon I could make, I took my sock and I put me a couple of bars of that Stay soap in it. That's all I had. You feel me? I made my elbow pads. I made my sheet helmet that I put on my head. You feel what I'm saying? Padded my knees because they gonna want to beat your knees. And boom, I took the cup, I put it in the toilet, bang. I went to flooding. I blocked the bottom of the door so the water couldn't go up out of it. I let the water get about that tall before I unblocked the bottom of the door. Man, I blocked the bottom of the door. I'm flushing. Now the little homie up under me was a Crip. The way I'm flushing, he could tell, he gonna be able to hear. He could tell that's me flushing. He like, man, Big Tune, cuz, what's up, homie? What you? And I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't really articulate and talk the way I wanted to because I was upset, homie. I was crying. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't gonna understand it. A lot of people ain't gonna realize it. But y'all just took one of my leaders from me. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little upset. You know what I'm saying? I was very upset. Well, okay, so cool. So I told him, I said, cuz, hey man, I'm finna go off, homie. They're like, cuz, what's so other, cuz, I'm finna fight the police, I'm finna flood, I'm finna do all this, homie, man. They just killed the big homie, cuz, man, it's on. It's going down. It's on. So everybody like, what other Crips? They like, cuz, don't leave us. I'm like, cuz, y'all better come on in. I say, cuz, don't punk the game. I say, cuz, I'm fixing to fight the police. So if y'all ain't finna go all the way with me and fight these police, it ain't no need to be fake breaking, acting like y'all down with me, like y'all riders, this and that. When the police get to your door, tell you cuff up, you cuff up. Don't do that. I'm telling you right now, cuz, don't do that. If you ain't with it, get on out the way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. You feel me? So, dudes went to, of course, yes, some of them punked the game, some of them went to talk, and a couple of them stayed down. But man, I went to flood when the police beating on that door, homie. Man, I turned around backwards, I'm kicking that door. Boom, 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 boom. So when the police came to my cell door, they like, man, Cartoon, what you doing, man? What's wrong with you? I don't cuss, but boy, I can cuss you out without cussing. Man, I went crazy, man. I went to, man, y'all whoop, 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 this Crip, and whoop, whoop, this, that. I'm going crazy, y'all. I am emotionally messed up. I'm going crazy. So they bring the sergeant, talk about what they gonna do, man. Come on, man, I'm boom, boom. I'm spitting on the window at the sergeant face. We gonna do, I know what y'all gonna do. Come on, you ain't saying nothing. Come on, y'all know what's up with me. They go suit up. They go get suited and booted, man. They got the helmets on, the ride gear. They coming back with the shield. All that. So now when they come back, they trying to talk. Man, look, Cartoon, man, come on. Man, I took that. I exposed my hand. I usually don't expose a weapon until the door open up. But I'm sick of talking. I hollered, told them 2-3 times, man, F that, man, come on. Let's do it. Crap. So they really trying to figure out, man, what's wrong with this fool? What's wrong with him? He just went off like this. We ain't did nothing to him. They don't understand what's going on. But I took my sock and I hit the window. Bow! Of the door. Man, when they hit that window real hard, pow! They jump back. They're like, oh, what he got? So now they know they got to face these weapons coming in. It went down, y'all. I was not going to let it not go down. Y'all was going to have to whoop me this day. Y'all going to have to whoop me. And then they did. Man, I beat on that door. Boom. They messed around. When they got ready to come in, they cracked the door like this here. I'm throwing water out on them. I'm trying to make them think it's pee, but it wasn't pee. It was just water. But I'm trying to sling water out. But I got my mattress up because they reaching in and they spraying that mace, man. They tried to spray the mace. They let the flap down. They try to stick their hand in and spray the mace. But I'm not letting them. I got a whole towel. I got a whole towel holding it up. Look. Right there at the door. The towel that I drive with, I got a whole towel at the door. At the little tray slot holding it. They spray. Yeah. Already got my t-shirt around my face. It's soaking wet. You know what I'm saying? So I can breathe. They like, we got to go in. Yeah, you got to go in. All the other stuff y'all doing ain't finna do nothing. Y'all got to come in and get me. Got to come whoop me on me. For real. Man, they come on in there. I tried to rush them so I get out on the tier. It didn't work. They rushed me back. It didn't go a long time because when I went backwards, the way the beds are set up in the lockup, if you don't come back at an angle like that, you gonna hit the edge of the bed. And when they rushed me fast. When I was going back, I was trying to backpedal so I could get my back up against that back wall where that window at. I hit my thigh, hit my right thigh hit the my right thigh and my leg hit the bed, and I fell back because of how fast they were coming in. So now I'm immediately on my back. Bang. So them being true to form, they kicking me, punching me, putting them sticks on me, the whole hookup. So what? I was so mad. I'm crying. I'm hollering. I'm just hollering. Crib. So I'm telling them long live the homie and all type of stuff, y'all. You know. So boom. Once they subdued me, got me to the infirmary, checked me out, brought me back. I'm tired. I went to sleep, homie. That was my day. The December 13th. December 13th. 2005, man. We lost one of our real big homies. So what happens, but I took it kind of bad, but that's what happened with me. But anyway, in the meantime, between time, man, y'all tell the people you love them, homie, for real. And don't never forget, man, I'm Cartoon 1 from East Side 53rd Street, gang. Avalon for life. And I represent the gangsters, homie. Peace. I'm out.
When I fall, then you pop. Don't nobody drop, you better pay into the block. Then fuck the cops, you better squeeze until it's empty. I put that on 50, she's with it, how you hit me? Hey gang, swing gang, what it looks at. 5 tray, yeah, third that. 4 8, 8 8, 11 6. So when you slide down the 8, you're getting clapped at. Head is up until my days up.